We're all gathered here to understand the course that the future of education will take.
I feel overwhelmed because it accentuates the need for the HHS school system, having attained the age of 75, to serve as educational leaders.
We have representation from 70 schools from across Pakistan, representing over 500,000 students. Let's aim for a representation of 1 million students until we meet next time.
When I talk about meaningful learning, the language of instruction is very important. In which language are we educating our children? Because that gives a meaningful experience.
Meaningful learning means that we are not teaching children in disciplinary silos. Teaching is an integrated approach where children are focusing on problem solving, on scenario-based issues.
More about the partnerships, the collaboration teacher and student has, and the kind of learning that they make together in the process.
There is something called teachable moments where the teacher will go in at the right time and help the children with the difficulty they may be having. So the teacher does need to listen a lot.
Meaningful life is a life which is a blessing for the person itself, then for the family, and then ultimately for the society and globally.
Meaningful learning is also about helping students understand how what they're learning in school relates to things that they value, to things that are important to them. I think the best intrinsic motivation for learning and for teaching, both for students as well as for teachers, comes when the work that the school does is connected to the communities in which the schools are embedded.
Acquired knowledge में और required knowledge में बहुत तफरीक है.
We do see the competency and we do see the futuristic approach or the far-sightedness an individual will have.
I find staff rooms bereft of the lives of the teachers in the staff room. There should be a wall, a notice board dedicated to things being put by the teachers that they like. They can be newspaper clippings, they can be recipes.
If you have any visually impaired people in the audience, my name is Fatma, I'm 5 feet tall. I'm a Pakistani lady, mid-aged, and I have dark hair and I'm wearing white clothes today. This is the kind of inclusivity जो कि हमें अपने conversations में लाना चाहिए.
एक शोबा जिसमें हर किस्म का मुक़्तदर इदारा अब दाखिल होना चाह रहा है वो है ज़राअत, एग्रीकल्चर. और उसमें एक बहुत बुनियादी मसला ये है कि इंश्योरेंस के बगैर आप कोई इतने बड़े कारोबार कैसे खड़ा कर सकते हैं. क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस हमारे मुल्क में नहीं है. तो जो चैलेंज है आपके स्टूडेंट के लिए इन द कमिंग ईयर्स, इन जस्ट ये कहते हैं ना कि मुस्तकबिल की स्किल्स, वो मुस्तकबिल है, आज आ चुका है, उसका इंतजार ना करें. तो उस बच्चे को चंद ही साल में, आपके पास से जब वो बच्चा निकलता है, चंद ही साल में उसको इस तरह के बिल्कुल नए मसाइल को सॉल्व कर रहा है.
What I found was that the programmers, when they were given 30 pages to read a specification and translate, by the time they were on page 15, they have forgotten the first one, and when they are at page 30, they have forgotten page number 15. So ability to retain and connect the information that was acquired over a period of time is absent.
And the countries which prepare themselves and their generations, the younger generations, to accept these challenge will go ahead and do much better. It's not oil, it is not gas, it is not minerals, it is not natural resources. However rich you may be, that is going to make a difference. It is how much you invest in your human beings and how they use the technological tools in order to improve the living standards of the people. That is what the 21st century is going to be.
It seems that research has very little relevance to the world of practice. So today my ambition in this research is to demystify research.
We will arrange for physical places, we will arrange for virtual places where we will be discussing and we will be trying to develop that mindset.
For us, it wasn't something that we thought would just happen. It was something that we had to take time out. We had to say, hold on, let's think about it. Let's make a conscious effort to think about how we are doing learning and teaching and where we want to be. We took time out to think, to plan. We set simple priorities. One was meaningful learning and one was that students should be happy.
Another thing is get students to question. Now, when we say question, it's not meant in a disrespectful way. It's meant in a way that arouses curiosity.
So we are going to test your autonomy, empowerment, motivation and meaningfulness. पहले अपना को चखोगे तो कुछ किसी को बना के दिखा सकते हो.
Sitting quietly, and the most deadly thing is not knowing what to do. Sitting with nothing to do.
The majority of the students at Habib come from very low socioeconomic backgrounds, to a point that there are many whose parents' combined income would be less than 30,000 rupees a month. So when they come from these backgrounds, you see there is a huge gradient in their own training itself, even within the regimented curricula.
IBA was very much a well-established institution for business education. My purpose was that we should use the brand of IBA in order to bring in other disciplines for which there is a demand for quality education in Pakistan.
आपने जब तक एक मीनिंगफुल इम्पैक्ट नहीं लेकर आना बच्चे की ज़िंदगी में, उसके लिए आपको निसाब को 4 हिस्सों में देखना होगा, गाड़ी के 4 पहियों की तरह. Standards, textbooks, teachers and assessments. So therefore, the pivot that the National Curriculum Council made was that we didn't stop at standards. These 4 verticals, they speak to one another.